Hello, there I am. Okay, good morning, everybody. Woohoo! We love it when John's in the house. Way to go, John. So, good morning. Welcome to Unity of Fort Collins. We're so glad you're here. I think we have more people standing here ready to make announcements than in the pews, but we will hopefully go through those pretty quickly. Do we have anybody here who is here for the first time or back after a long time? Welcome to you. Did you get a welcome handout? Okay, perfect. So thank you. And there's coffee and treats over there by the bookstore. Help yourself. And we welcome also our online participants. We have a very good number that are out there watching us in their jammies, drinking coffee or whatever, which is so great. I wish I was there. Today our speaker is Miss Rev Sharon, and she's going to be speaking about miracles today. Love that topic. Also, we're still celebrating our 50th year, which happened in February, or started in February. And so every second Sunday, we have somebody from the community share their thoughts on unity, and today it is Dave Johnson. And then our musicians are John Magny and the choir. Yay! In July, the youth program is focusing on understanding one of the 12 powers as written by Charles Fillmore, one of our founders. And she says, we question everything to see beyond human appearances into a deeper connection of the oneness of all and true compassion. We learn to love every part of our human spiritual experience. And today they're focusing on trees and plants. Isn't that lovely? Our program for our youth is so amazing. The prayer chaplain today is Ginny Hout. Where are you? Oh, she's over here in that cute dress that she bought at the yard sale yesterday. Isn't that adorable? Love it. Francie's head to toe in yard sale items as well. She found some good stuff. Anyway, Ginny will be down the hall in the Myrtle room to pray with you if you have anything on your heart. At 11:15 after the service, there's a team lead meeting, so we ask all the team leads to be there. Anybody that's on a team can also join, which basically means almost all of you. But also, if you just have any interest in it, please stop by. We'll be in the roomy room. Also, yesterday, about the yard sale. Well, first of all, drum roll, we made $2,600 for the church, so yay. And as Leanne says, we moved a lot of stuff around the universe. I couldn't believe how much stuff was left the lot, which was so great. So we definitely want to thank everybody who volunteered and helped. My God, it was a huge team out there. So if you helped out at the yard sale, don't be shy. Please stand up so we can applaud you. Look at that. Look at that. It was so many people. So thank you all so much. Awesome, awesome. Gerald, do you want to come up and make your announcement first, I believe?
Oh. Sorry, guys. Well, some of you may have, and some of you don't, know Virginia Febinger, or Ginger the Clown, as she was known professionally, or Virginia the Nurse. She was also an RN and even led the nursing association at one time. She died last week. She went to this church for 40 years, for I don't know how long, Lil, 5, 6 years. She gave her Subaru away to her granddaughter, I believe, and we gave her a ride to church every Sunday. If ever I wanted to know something about my iPhone, she knew more about the iPhone than anybody I know. She would do puzzles on it, you know, not crossword puzzles, the jigsaw puzzles on her iPhone and on her iPad. And years ago, her husband died, and he wanted his ashes scattered up near their property up at Crystal Lakes, near Red Feather. And my policy was I didn't let any family members come with me for the ash scattering because I didn't want them to have an emotional reaction and jeopardize the flight controls. Yeah. And she said, I would really like to come, and I'm calm. And she was, and we did. And in a week or so, I'm going to be scattering her ashes in the same place. I'm not flying anymore, but I still have my, well, I still have my license, right? I just don't have my medical because I have a pacemaker. But anyway, we'll be scattering her ashes up at Crystal Lake. So beware. A wonderful, funny, great lady. Thank you.
Let's go ahead. We'll just go ahead and do you guys. So come on up.
Hi, I'm Anisha, and this is Steph. And in January, we announced that we were starting a sub-team called Love in Action. And it came from our sadness and our wanting to do something because of the targeting of marginalized populations, anybody who's different, right? It reminded us that no matter what's happening in the outside world, we can empower our inner worlds and our communities. And we're happy to announce that we're no longer a sub-team, we are a movement, thanks to all of you. And we've got a lot of really awesome things coming up. I think it's your turn.
Sure.
Yes.
We're happy to announce that Love in Action has a leadership committee now of 4. Thank you to Kamina and Dawn for joining us and giving us your talents, time, and energy to lead and grow this. We have much going on this summer and fall. Our second Diversity Awareness Circle, What's It Like to Be Jewish in America Today? What's it like to be Islamic in America today? Our first workshop, Navigating Fear, and our sponsoring of October's Art Wall, Essential Empathy and Inclusiveness. We'll also be hosting Winter Solstice in December. I'm so glad that's on camera. Each month we have 2 regular meetings, one after Sunday service. That theme is compassionate action in our physical world, and one later in the month on a Thursday, which we call Diving Deeper, which is an evening of coming together in spiritual connection to expand our consciousness and fuel our souls for the work of compassionate action. This month, our meetings are next Sunday after the service and next Thursday at 6:30. We hope you'll join us.
And if you aren't already getting the newsletter, and we're going to keep it to once a month, that informs about what's going on and also inspiration. I was supposed to type it up, but I've got it here. You can put your name and email on that. Thank you. Yes, that'd be great. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mike Claus. I'm a council member and been here for almost 30 years. And we had a thriving preschool for decades here before COVID hit. And so there's a few of us, Julie in the back, Nancy Hughes, our YFM director, and myself are going to work on manifesting a preschool here at Unity. It's just a wonderful space for preschool, and the synergy that can happen between is just fantastic. Part of our outreach is to come out to the membership and say if there are people that are interested in being involved in the process, mothers groups that might be interested in a cooperative, or as if you have children at some point that you might want to be involved in the preschool, please contact myself, Julie in the back, or Nancy. Thank you.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Jim, and I haven't been here around for a couple of weeks, and I want to thank Julie for passing around the clipboard, which I'm not going to pass around. Just to remind you that our next cleanup is next Saturday. I'm going to leave the clipboard on the back table if you didn't get a chance to sign up, or if you can verify your information. There'll be treats, fruit kebabs, brownies, and lunch for the event, and start time is around 9 o'clock or when you can get here. So thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. I wanted to invite you to this workshop that we're doing in 2 weeks called Let's Make Some Art. And this is going to be a workshop. You should come if you've never made any art before and you would like to do a couple exercises and kind of engage your inner artist. That is there. Secondly, if you would like to participate and be on the art wall from time to time, this is a good time for you to come to this too. And thirdly, if you have a project that you're working on but you just seem kind of stuck with it, it's a good time to get inspired and come. So it's going to be July 26th from 9 till 12 in the Friendship Room. There's a suggested donation of $20. I'll be providing all of the materials and the encouragement and frames. And so we're really looking forward to having some fun with art. There will be no judgments, no comparisons, and no put-downs of anybody in making their art. So I have the clipboard here. I'm going to be in the back at the end of the meeting today. And if you have any questions, please come and talk to me. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's probably enough announcements. I'll make two really quick ones, and then we'll be wrapped up. We are getting some new kids' books in the bookstore. This one by Neil Donald Walsh called The Little Soul and the Sun, S-U-N. Really, really beautiful book. We have some others back there on the table, so check those out if you have little ones to buy for. And then, as we're saying, we have teams that just basically run the church. We have like 90 people, I believe, on different teams. But we have a brochure that explains the team, so if you're kind of wondering, like, what are they, and what do they do, and who's the team lead that I can go ask questions of, we got a brochure. It's over there on the welcome table, so grab that if you're interested. Okay, let's take a deep breath, center ourselves in our hearts, and we will say the unity prayer. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world.
All right, we're going to radiate and we're going to accentuate. Everybody sing along if you feel like it. Here we go. You got to accent the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with this or in between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith, 'cause pandemonium likely to walk through your door. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? Yeah, they got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with mystery in between. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? They got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with mystery. One more time, you got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. in between. Don't mess with Mr. in between. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. Well, it's Unity's 50th anniversary this year. I haven't been coming here 50 years, as many of you haven't, but we did get to hear from a few of our members. Dennis and Jenny, I think, spoke to some for 15, 20 years of history. I think Mike Hawes touched on it a little bit. I've only been coming here, 2.5, 3 years, so I can just share what brought me here, things I love about Unity, and what's keeping me here, continuing to come back. When I came to Unity, I was drawn by something deeper. I felt isolated and alone. I had a newfound philosophy called the Law of One. It's essentially a law of unity, that you and we are the same. There's no separation between us, there's only identity. And thus there's many experiences and perspectives, numerous perspectives. So there was something missing though, because it was just a philosophy from myself. I didn't know a lot of people with the same philosophy. I knew religious. I have many religious people in my family, and most everybody else I knew was agnostic. But I was missing people. I was missing community. And so I looked up this church, Unity Church. I love the name. Unity means something very important to me. But it also had this word church. And I thought this might be a trap of doctrine. So I decided to give it a try anyway. And in finding this place, I found all of you. I found seekers and dreamers and believers in something more than yourselves. And in the Law of One, there's something called the doubling effect. It says those of like mind who seek together, they shall surely far more surely find. And so I think that's what we're doing here. We're seeking and we're finding. And I found you too shared a philosophy of oneness, a place where all are welcome. Many paths, one God, as we often say. And I love that there's many groups, and they support all different kinds of believers, whether it's the Hawkins or the Course in Miracles, Love in Action. They even have an ACA group. It's whatever fits you. And I was also looking for spiritual guides. And I love that Unity is a place abounding in spiritual wisdom. And there's many here rich with life experience. Did you catch that? Unity even lets some congregates share their life and spiritual experiences on Sunday, which is wonderful. It can be a deeply powerful message that we can connect to. So, and one other thing is the teams. There's not just one minister who controls everything, who we have to go to. So if you can say no to Jim, and it's okay. I think one time Sharon even said it's encouraged. But,
yeah.
And the council doesn't make that many decisions, important decisions. It's all the team. We make decisions about budget and about vision and things like that, but it's you who are really making the decisions here. So I think that's wonderful. I love it. Unity's just not the building. It's all of you. It's you who make this place sacred with love, and without you, there is no unity. So that's 50 years. I think it's great. And what do we do for the next 50 years? So I just like to read a little challenge. What does the next 50 years hold? We live in a time of change, uncertainty, and division, and yet here we are, stronger together. It's easy, and so easy, to love those who think as we do, who see the world through a familiar lens. But what of those who don't? Can we look into the eyes of those who struggle to understand and say, I see you, I know you, you are me, and I am you? Can we extend true understanding? Can we, in the face of discord, choose love? That's our challenge, that's our calling, and if we can do that truly deeply, then what we build here may not last just another 50 years, but can take part to change the world. So here's to Unity, here's to all of you, and here's to what's ahead. Thank you.
Dang. That was excellent, Dave. Pretty smart for a youngster. I'd like to get our choir members up here and say that, okay, I was told I missed somebody again on the email, and this person actually told me I could do like a mass email instead of going on my phone and just go A, B, C, D. If I have missed anyone else on the choir email, let me know, okay? We're going to take you down by the riverside. gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside. We'll be singing about love and joy down by the river, way down, down river. We'll be singing about making noise and down the riverside, down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study war no more, study war no more, study war no more. And I'll be looking every day for miracles to come my way. All right, guys, we're gonna lay out a mess of food way down, way down, and maybe some barbecue down by the riverside, down by the rivers. All right, girls. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Joy that can't be beat. Down by the riverside, by the riverside. I ain't gonna study war no more, study war no more, study war no more. Every day, looking every day for miracles to come my way. Let me play. Swim now, we're gonna swim. We'll be swimming in the flow down by the riverside, down by the riverside, way down, down by the riverside. We're going floating, away we go, down by the riverside, by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. Study war no more. I'll be looking every day, looking every way for miracles to come my way. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside. All right, thank you very much. We're going to turn it over to Rev Sharon right now.
Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. So it's true, I'm going to talk about miracles today. Albert Einstein said, there are two ways to live your life, and the choice you make will define the life you have. One way is to live life as if nothing is a miracle. The other way is to live life as if everything is a miracle. So what's a miracle? It depends on how you define it. I think my marriage to Jim is a miracle. Sometimes. How could I, just by chance, have met this incredible guy on a dating site? A man willing to honor my knowing I had a call to be a minister, and then he joined me on that journey. Yeah, that's a miracle. There are many stories about miracles in the Bible. Jesus is said to have performed many miracles. But one thing when I studied those miracles that I noticed is that these healing stories, Jesus never touched the people he healed. He invited them to change their thoughts. And when they did, the crippled man walked and the blind man saw. Miracles happen around us every day. They're a law of nature, and they can't be broken. When events happen that do not conform to our present understanding of natural law, it's not surprising that we call these events miraculous. One of the definitions of miracle is a wonder, a marvel. So C.S. Lewis, the author, wrote, "Miracles are retelling in small letters the very same story which is written across the whole world in letters too large for some of us to see." When we learn to reach beyond the limits of our intellect, we grow in our ability to experience at a deeper and greater depth everyday miracles as they happen all around us. So to those who perceive a miracle as a result of some earned favor from God, I ask you, would a God that is love arbitrarily dole out miracles or grant them to a special few based on merit? I don't think so. I think it's equal opportunity. I believe every one of us have experienced miracles. However, these miracles are not from our historical understanding of miracles. They're based on our willingness to release, deny, and let go of whatever belief or perception we hold while affirming to a higher truth from our higher state of consciousness. They're not something magical that only happens to people who are blessed. Miracles are a part of our everyday life. They can and they do happen to all of us all of the time. We just have to notice it. So when we get caught up in the busyness of our days or are temporarily distracted by the challenges of life, we may overlook the miracles that surround us. But when we're really fully present and aware, we notice miracles everywhere, in nature, in others, even in ourselves. I see them in my yard all the time. Actually, the day you were born was miraculous. True? Yes. So when I worked as a hospital chaplain, I saw many miracles. One that has stayed with me is about 13-year-old Charlie. Charlie's dad picked him up at school, and as they were driving on the interstate, a car full of gang members started randomly shooting. Charlie was struck in the head with a bullet. He came into the emergency room and then went to surgery. None of the doctors expected him to live. He did survive the surgery, but he didn't wake up. Weeks went by, several weeks. I would go into his room in ICU and I'd just talk to him. "Hey, Charlie, how you doing today? You know, I have this dog named Angel. She's really special." I would just talk to him. I'd tell him that God was with him. I'd tell him that the man in the room next door was snoring really loud. So one day I got paged to ICU, and Charlie was awake. Charlie was awake. And an amazing miracle, he could talk. So I walked into his room and I said, "Hi, Charlie." And he looked over me and gave me a weak smile and he said, "I know you. Where's your dog?" Miracles happen every day. My daughter Leslie posted about her journey this week on Facebook, and it was suggested by a couple of you that I share it. She wrote, "Because people have been asking, it's easiest to update cancer here. I had final goodbyes with my doctor at Sloan Kettering. No trials or new drugs for me. Tumors are many and large, and unfortunately very painful, pressing on my nerves. Medical world has no clue how I'm even standing upright. In my heart, I feel like it won't be long, for the simple fact that serious high doses of pain meds barely help. Many digestive issues as well, common for this kind of cancer. No miracles in sight, but reality is, I've already had one giant miracle, which I'm so grateful for. I still do my best to have fun. When I can spend intimate time talking with my friends, that's one of my favorite things to do. And then I have fun. But I also enjoy every little thing I can. I take nothing, absolutely nothing for granted. I still have some vanity. Working on accepting myself as is. Hate being so blown up from steroids. And a reminder the end is closer. I'm not ready to die, but I'm at peace and feel so fortunate with the extra time I've had. From where I sit, the world is very clear. People's intentions and personalities very clear. Kind of fun, interesting place to be. I will always encourage people to be kind. It's such a simple act. And to really live while you're living. I'm off to a cancer retreat at the beach. Water's my favorite thing to do. I will enjoy every second. Please pray I can keep my pain under control. Have a beautiful day. And so grateful. I'm making it next week to my 57th birthday. A total miracle. So I leave early Tuesday morning to fly to New York to be with her because I always make Mexican food for her and her friends on her birthday. So 4.5 years ago, I sat with her when the doctor told her she had 2 or 3 months to live. She is still doing her best to fill her life with friends and fun 4.5 years later. She hasn't received a complete healing, or has she? Or has she? She is not the same person she was when she was diagnosed. She's helped other cancer patients, and in doing so, she's helped herself. Her life is a miracle. I really believe that we come to Earth School with things to learn and things to teach. So when I look at life from that perspective, I know that it's not what about happens to us. It's really what we do with what happens to us that matters. Stuff just happens. It happens because we're spirits having a human experience. In some ways, we're like wildflowers. We must allow ourselves to grow in all of the places the seeds of our soul are planted to grow. Each experience we have, even if it appears as a tragedy, offers us an opportunity to grow in ways that may never have been considered possible for us. Dr. Wayne Dyer, one of my favorite teachers, taught that there were ways to create a miracle mindset. He opened his miracle mindset workshop with this quote, "Heaven on earth is a choice you must make, not a place you must find." We don't have a choice about absolutely everything in this human life. But with enough awareness, there are 4 key aspects that we usually create on autopilot, which can become choices instead of a default reaction to another person's situation. So those 4 things are how we feel, being in touch with how you feel, how we behave, which people and situations we attract or become attracted to. We've all attracted each other to each other. What meanings we assign to what happens to us in life. With these 4 aspects of life in mind, let's look at how we can find that peace of heaven every day by choosing a miracle mindset. Miracles are our birthright. Miracles are our birthright. You came into this world to experience love and light, and nobody can take that away from you. Miracles are not reserved for any special people. They really, truly are equal opportunities. There is no order of difficulty in miracles. They occur every day, all around us. A seemingly small occurrence is just as valid as a miracle, as a seemingly spectacular one. Neither is harder to experience than the other. Miracles are natural expressions of love. Miracles, big and small, are constantly occurring in our lives. We just need to pay attention and notice them. Miracles mean that we can choose to begin again at any moment. Brush myself off and start again. Every time you choose love over something less, that's a miracle. The simplest shift in perception is grounds for a miracle. Miracles can heal the body, mind, and spirit. Healing is a return to love, because love is always the answer. So we kind of had a miracle in our household this last month. Some of you know Jim has had 2 kidney stones in the last month, or 1 kidney stone that was too big to get out the first time. And when he got out of the hospital, he just didn't feel good. No energy, in his chair, sleeping all the time. And he's lost weight. So Wednesday, when we were here for our meeting, when we got home, I did the wife thing. You gals know what the wife thing is. Basically, you're going to get your ass to urgent care. So he went to urgent care, and he has a bacterial infection, and he was put on antibiotics. So by Friday morning, I had my guy back. I think I'll mow the lawn. I mean, it was like a real miracle. Overnight, he was better. So yesterday, he wakes up with a head cold. And the moral of this whole story is, don't teach a class on healing. And when you go to urgent care, don't forget to wear your mask, because he was hanging around with all those people that were snarfing around. So he's not here today, but only because he's coughing a lot. But just that overnight thing of antibiotic, the right antibiotic, being a miracle. So, miracles mean that we can choose. We can choose to begin again any moment. We can heal the body, mind, and spirit. Healing is a return to love. Because, my friends, love is always the answer. So as you continue on throughout your day and week, keep an eye out for those miracles that are happening all around you. A state of miracle-mindedness is a good place to start if you want to produce miracles in your life or notice them and see them. So above all, express gratitude by giving thanks and really feeling your appreciation for all that you have, for all that you are. Through your energy, you attract that good into your life. So I invite you to make a decision. Do you want to live with everything as a miracle, or nothing is a miracle? If you choose everything as a miracle, then put it all inside the major category, that which you love and which is more challenging, for that teaches you to love even bigger. So I invite you to believe in miracles. And when you do, you will experience the miracle of a change in your own heart. God bless you.
Thank you, Rev Sharon. Okay, you know what to do here. Our thoughts are praying, and we are always praying. Listen to what you're saying. Seek out peacefulness, and know that God is and every thought's indeed a
So as we have just a few moments of silence, of going within to the place where love is, I invite you to picture your favorite color. How does it make you feel? Your favorite color, blue or red, yellow, orange, the shades of green. And so let's just take a walk and look for your color. So many beautiful trails are available to us. And so we start out gentle hill, cool breeze. We hear the birds chirping. It's early in the morning. Feels so good. feels so fresh. Breathe in that crisp air. It's a gift. See the blue sky. Look up to the mountains. Now journey along this crooked path as you climb and look for the flower that's your color. You see the white butterfly fly by and a yellow one swoop away. See the purple lupin, the yellow yarrow, the columbine, the painted daisy. You see them all in the field. A miracle. A miracle planted by creation for us. And in the bed of flowers, the bees hop around. The little beetles climb. And we see our world is so beautiful. And in that beauty, we know we stand. For we are miracles, and we are beautiful, and we are blessed. And so it is.
May the blessings of God rest upon me. May God's peace abide in me. May God's presence illuminate my heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in you. May God's presence illuminate your heart now and forever. May the blessing of God rest upon us. May God's peace abide in us. May God's presence illuminate our hearts now and forever.
Hello. I get to play Jim. Am I on? I'm on. Good. So we missed Jim, and I haven't done this part before, so it makes me nervous, which is silly. We've come to, oh, thank you, Sharon. Oh my gosh. Sharon is such a gift to us.
Yes.
I had a conversation with the Parnigs a couple of weeks ago where they said they were working on making themselves miracle prone. And I've been thinking about that for 2 weeks. I would like to just step right in the path of miracles, but I've kind of shifted that into just open up. There they are, so thank you. So there are two things we wanted to do. last week we had a joyous celebratory outcome where people sort of engaged in playful fun and laughter, which was just awesome. But I watched a new person sort of flip out as she was invited to dance. So I just want to say, at Unity, at the end, we do hold hands and sing the peace song together, but you don't have to. Nobody has to touch, nobody has to hold hands, you don't have to get in the circle. You can, if you're not able to or don't want to, you can just stay right where you are. At Unity, nobody has to do anything. And if you prefer not to be touched, cool, it's fine with us. So we just want to make that clear. And whoever that person is, if it freaked you out, come back and we'll leave you alone. Okay. Ushers, come forward, please. Now's the time to offer our love in the form of money to this great, lovely community. And we have given our love in so many ways in terms of time and talent. So thank you all for all the contributions. And remember, we have a quick team meeting following the service. So together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Money, that's what I want. I need some choir members up here too, okay? I try not to get them up until they throw in the basket, you know. We're going to do a song that I wrote from a Course in Miracles concept called Above the Battleground. You've seen the wars and the misery, the poverty and the scarcity. But there's a peaceful place I know, up above the battleground. There's a peaceful place I go, up. Got to keep believing, keep on forgiving, keep on trying to stay above the battleground, till that dream of suffering turn into a dream of joy, till paradise lost becomes paradise found, up above the battleground, up above the battleground. There's a presence there with me, with mighty wisdom to share with me. Is it not a blessing to find. That the war zone is only in your mind. Up above the battle, got to keep believing, keep on forgiving, keep on trying to stay above that battleground until the dream of suffering turn into a dream of joy, till paradise lost become paradise found. Up above the battleground, up above the battleground. Someday, people, we will all be free. Free from the strife and the misery. Up above the battleground, we're gonna take off all of our military gear. Up above the battleground, we're gonna stop taking orders from fear. Up above the back, so we're gonna keep on believing, keep on forgiving, keep on trying to stay above the battleground until that dream of suffering turn into a dream of joy, until paradise lost become paradise found. Up above the battleground, up above the battleground, up above the battleground, up above the battleground. All right.
Do we have kids? Here come the kids. Here come kids.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine on the corner of Lions and Vine. Here on the corner of Lions and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine. Here on the corner of Lions and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine. Here on the corner of Lions and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine.
Good morning, everybody. Today was preschool day. We had so much fun. We made Mr. Potato Heads, and we read, and we did cars, and we went outside and played basketball. Had lots of fun today, right, Owen? Yeah.
Love the babies. All right, let's go ahead and gather up into our circle.